So next up, we're going to be chatting operations. I'm going to ask Wilhelm, our COO, to join us on stage. And let's have a think about how operations need to be run in this new environment. Wilhelm.
Thank you, Lo. I'm just going to ask the organizer to allow me to switch on my camera. It's just been blocked from organizational level. So there we go. Fantastic. So you guys can also see my face. So thank you, Lo. My name is Wilhelm. I'm the operations manager, the COO here at Walser CFO. And if we quickly stand still, look back at the previous 2 years, we notice a dramatic increase in the volume of technology applications, or systems, or processes that are being deployed as a response to the pandemic. Now, what I mean with this is different apps to look at different functions. We saw, based on the pure volume of the applications being deployed in haste, there was a lot of duplicate functionality and crossover functionality between different applications. So this is a trend we've already started seeing towards the end of 2021, and we really firmly believe that this will continue into 2022, and it's something that we are applying into 2022 as well. And that is, I've coined it the word just stability. So we're seeing a downward trend in the volume of technology being deployed to address operational pressures. And we're seeing a very healthy upward trend in the amount of time being spent on maturing existing technology solutions. So from an operational perspective, what we're currently encouraging clients and encouraging ourselves to do is to really look at what has worked over the last 2 years, because we were just responding to whatever the pandemic was throwing at us. What worked, what didn't work? Chat to your team, send questionnaires, and get feedback from your team as to your operational systems, what worked, what didn't work, and where can we improve. And for this year, spend your time on maturing those existing technology solutions is something that we really see key for 2022. We have some golden rules that remain in place. So number one, SOP, ensure your standard operating procedures remain in place, and that they are revisited on a quarterly. If you're a startup organization, ensure that you're revisiting your SOPs on a quarterly basis. And if you're a more mature organization, ensure that you do it at least biannually. Many organizations try and reassess and relook at their SOPs once a year. And what we typically find is by only doing it once a year, you lose that competitive advantage, and additional competitors started entering into the market. Ensure that you twice a year, spend some time, take a day away, go sit in a coffee shop and just have a fresh look at your operating procedures to ensure that they remain effective. Number two, ensure access to data. Ensure that your team has access to the data so that in the beginning, you can manage them. Then later on, your managers can manage the team. And then eventually, and this is where we are striving towards at the moment, is that people can self-manage through access to data and through access to systems. And lastly, lead by example. Be the leader you want your team members to be. Show them the example and they will follow. I personally live by the motto of there's 3 ways to lead in life: by example, and by example. And that for me is core to the operational function of any business. Next, we have remote working versus work from the office, work versus a hybrid solution. This is something that we really see a question that's still going to give a lot of headaches to many operational functions. Yeah, at Walser CFO, we have some team members that prefer to work from the office, so they work 100% from the office. We've got a lot of team members that work 100% remotely. And then we even have a whole group of team members that some days enjoy working from the office, some days working from different locations or working from home. From an operational perspective, one really needs to continue to take this into account and not build your systems just for one approach, because then the operational function could fail. So you need to take into account that people will remain working from home, people will remain working from the office, and also be able to fluctuate between them. Because the workforce that's growing right now wants that flexibility, wants that ability to make a choice of where they want to work. And your systems and operational procedures should be able to accommodate for that. If you can accommodate that effectively, you can employ anyone in the world and service clients throughout the world. And my last comment for 2022 is that the biggest investment you can make this year is time with your people. Your most valuable resource that you have in your organization is the people that's already trained, that's already loyal, already bought into the vision. They've got the BAG, they see the 3-year plan, they're on the road, they're going for it. With remote working, with hybrid working and everything that goes along with that, make sure that you spend time with your people. That one-on-one that Lau has just referred to is so core to keeping that relationship, because many staff members are missing it. They're missing the one-on-one interaction. They're missing the love. I think that's the best way to say it. They're missing the love. So make sure you spend your time with your people. And that's it. Thank you very much.